Welcome to the Perham Show. I am here at the Promenade Ballroom in Perham, and my guest is Paul Matthew, owner and instructor here at the Promenade Ballroom. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you on the Perham Show, and as a sponsor here of the Perham Show as well. So this is incredible.
Well, thank you.
What you've done in here. Beautiful space for social dancing.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I was about 19 and decided that my experience doing jazz, tap, and ballet really wasn't continuing to do for me what I wanted it to. I needed some good social skills, get a little bit more comfortable in public, and social dancing made that much, much easier for me.
Well, now, when did you open here, Paul?
About mid-March.
Okay.
So we're going on 5 months.
Yes, and I know that you have had some very satisfied students.
Oh, yes.
And couples and singles can come in, and other singles can kind of find each other.
Absolutely.
What are some of the dances that you can help people learn?
Oh, if you have a social dance in mind, we can teach it.
Okay.
Bottom line is we teach all of your ballroom, country western, swing, Latin dancing. In fact, there's 5 different kinds of swing that are very popular. So getting a little bit of variety is very good to go social dancing. I'm not a big believer in learning 1 or 2 dances, because then when you go out, you're going to dance 10% of the time and sit down the rest. So
Well, yeah, and you offer opportunities for people to actually have a place to...
Yes, yeah, we have 3 events a month. We've got 2 student-only dances, and we have, if you look around the ballroom right now, we're preparing for a luau this Saturday.
Okay.
And our Saturday events are open to the public. Generally, they're the 3rd Saturday of the month, and they're roughly 7 to 9 p.m.
Well, it sounds like you have just great fun, and if you could coax, I'm not sure my husband would, you know, I might be one of the people that would have to figure out some way to get lined up with somebody that would learn with me.
The nice part, particularly as a single lady, is you have an instructor available.
Okay.
You know, it's much harder to find a qualified male instructor than it is a female instructor,
Sure.
simply because there are a lot of guys who don't feel that dancing is the best thing in the world to do as a guy. I, on the other hand, have found out that that's the opposite situation, and it's a great way to meet people, particularly ladies.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can come in here and have fun with or without your husband. For me, just since I opened in March, it's been a great weight loss thing. I've lost about 35 pounds.
Wow.
So just being on my feet and active again and having fun goes a long way.
So what have you found, Paul, that the response of the guys has been?
You know, it's been really interesting, particularly up here, that every guy who's come in has really enjoyed himself. Even when it's been the wife or significant other who's dragged him in, it's turned out to be something he's really enjoyed. And in some cases, the guys enjoyed it much more than the wife.
Really?
Yes.
Well, now, why do you think that is?
You know, I really don't know, aside from guaranteeing time with the person you care about, getting to do something fun together. There really aren't enough chances for couples to really do fun things together anymore.
Well, that's true. So do you find that there are venues in the maybe a 100-mile radius that offers the opportunity for live bands or dancing?
Absolutely. Particularly, you know, coming through the summer like this, there's always special events with live music. Just this week alone, I've received 2 or 3 emails or flyers in the mail about events going on. So there seems to be constant dancing, but if you aren't looking for it, it doesn't, you know, bite you in the nose.
Sure. Well, you know, and even in the summertime, you've got the street dances, and,
yes.
and you have the chance to go to the different festivals that the communities have, and
you bet,
and dance then. Well, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the different packages that you could buy or fall specials that you have going on. So stick with us, and we're going to be right back from the Promenade Ballroom in Perham. Welcome back to the Perham Show. I'm here with Paul Matthew, who is the instructor and owner here at Promenade Ballroom in Perham, and we have talked a little bit about the different kind of dance that people can learn here, and we haven't talked anything about price.
That's true. That's true. When we talk about pricing, because it depends on the number of dances that someone would like to learn and how they define good. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Everyone who walks in the door wants to be good. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. But that's good as a different level for different people.
Yeah, some might be good enough.
That's right. Yeah, for some people, it's I don't want to step on my partner's toes. For some people, it's I want to be confident asking someone else to dance who I don't know. For some people, it's I really would like to be elegant and graceful and flow across the dance floor nicely with a partner. Once in a while, we actually have people who would like to get to a point that they want to perform or do a competition.
Neat.
So we do have a full range of instruction available, and the average pricing really depends on how many private lessons you have versus group classes and parties. And we do try and teach with a variety of different types of lessons, because if you've ever done anything at a community center and it's all group classes, if you have about 8 to 10 hours of group classes, you're going to find yourself hitting a plateau of sorts.
Well, and maybe getting, what, 10-15 minutes of one-on-one for each of those hours, if that?
It's very beneficial, yeah. To get one-on-one time is important to making the group classes worth what you're spending.
Yeah.
So it's very nice for the couples. In fact, most of my couples, once they've had some private lessons one-on-one, prefer to have about 2 private lessons to a group class. And then we've got our practice parties, like I said, twice a month on Friday nights. And that's for our students to come in, and if they're going to make a mistake, they're surrounded by other people who are making mistakes.
Right.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Yes. And it's nice to go to those. I know that when my husband and I go out, there's always going to be 1 or 2 couples that get the attention. I mean, you just can't take your eyes off them. They're so good at what they do, or at least they're having so much fun that it appears like they're good at what they do. Now, you mentioned couples a lot. I know that you really do encourage singles to come, though.
Absolutely. When I started to learn how to dance, it was because I really wasn't comfortable knowing how to connect with another person. I didn't, striking up a conversation, asking them out to go do something. You need a tool that makes that socially comfortable if you're not already there.
Right.
So being able to have something that you can take a partner out to do for a very nice evening and not spend, everything you have on your paycheck is very, very nice for the lady.
Oh, and they love to get, asked to dance and then swept off their feet and around the floor and maybe help be a good enough dancer to cover up what they don't know.
Well, the beautiful part about dancing is it's a lot like a magic show. People can't see what you think or what you feel.
Oh, yeah.
They only see the image. And so when you come in, you can learn to look like a good dancer fairly quickly, even as you're continuing to perfect what you're doing.
Well, that's great, and that goes along with your logo, your slogan.
Oh, yes, yes. I'll learn to dance one step at a time.
Well, that's great. And so whatever level that somebody might be at, if they've never had a lesson, if they've only watched the one on TV,
you bet.
They can come in here and you can take where they are now and help them advance.
Yes, I have brand new students who've never danced, all the way up to couples who've been dancing for years and just want to improve their experience together. And to be quite honest, it's easier to teach new students.
Yeah. So you've got a fall special?
Yes, we do.
Back to school?
Yes, of course. Everyone's going back to school, and I want to let people know we're here as their kids are returning to activities. Come in and enjoy some yourself. So a back to school special is 3 lessons for $35. That is for a single or a couple. Nice.
Very nice. And what is your phone number, and how can people get in touch with you, Paul?
There's a number of ways that we can be reached. Our phone number is 218-346-6400. You can Google us. We do have a place page on Google. We are on Facebook as well under the Promenade Ballroom.
Okay, very good. That sounds good. And you've got a website as well, so you can learn more about Paul and your background on the website too. So very good. Thank you so much for being with us on the Perm Show.
Thank you.
Great to have you on, and make sure that you come on in, check out the Promenade Ballroom, and take it one step at a time.
Absolutely.